Hey everybody, it is Wednesday. I'm Casey. This is Will. And I don't know, he keeps showing up even though we tell him not to come, but whatever. You know,
I hate these guys.
Well,
at least you.
I know.
I love you, Morgan.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Star of your solo video last week.
Yeah, you know, Morgan, the Legion
I'm
of Morgan
big time
fans.
now. I don't even need you,
Right.
Casey.
It's true. You know what?
The Legion of Morgan, I like that.
The Legion of Morgan. Alright, well, enough of this nonsense. There's only a couple of Secret Wars books this week, so we're going to do that real quick and then get into the amazing shininess that is New Comic Day.
Because there really is a lot.
There really is. You who I can't remember your name down there, you want to start?
Not if you're asking. Go ahead, Will.
People are waiting.
Guardians of Nowhere is so you know Doom created Battle World, but orbiting off is this cool moon and inspired by the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which is so awesome because it's like we've got a dead celestial brain hanging out in outer space, and that's where the collector was. But this is where all some criminals and convicts are all hanging out. They've got their world, and of course you need the Guardians of Nowhere to keep the peace. So it's Gamora, it's Angela, it's Drax, it's Rocket, it's the spinoff. It's the latest tie-in to Secret Wars, which seems no end. Battle World's not enough. We got to go ahead and space around Battle World.
That's right.
Top that.
That's right.
Actually, he can
because Siege #1. Kieran Gillen, Philippe Andrade, special guest art by James Stocco and Andre Coelho. I mean, yeah. So the beginning here, 10 years ago, 20 years too late. Dun dun dun. And it features Abigail Brandt, who I love.
She's
Kieran
amazing.
Gillen
She
created,
really is great.
or not created, but
No, Joss Whedon created
Joss
it.
Whedon created her, but he
That's
did
even
that
more nerd
really
pedigree.
great short-lived Sword series, which was excellent, and I'm really glad to see more of her in this. And Philippe Andrade did some of the John Carter of Mars stuff, which was pretty cool, and he's got this really kind of like inky, sketchy type of style, a little bit like Matteo Scalera, but a lot looser. And yeah, Stocco does amazing.
Of all the Secret World books I've seen, the most that's so way out there from its thing it's inspired by is got to be this one.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Whoa, dude.
Definitely.
Kieran Gillen is just go
Yeah,
out.
Kieran Gillen writing Kang also
Kang.
amazing.
Can we say selling point? Kang? Yeah.
Right, and speaking of selling points, for me, the selling point of this issue, Captain Britain and the Mighty Defenders, is not on the cover, but on the inside. This is Al Ewing and Alan Davis taking Faiza Hussein, who was one of the stars of his Captain Britain and MI-13 series, making her Captain Britain, teaming her up with She-Hulk, A New Rescue, White Tiger, Hobie Brown as Spider-Man,
What?
and one of the best parts of Jeff Parker's Thunderbolt series, Boss Cage, who is essentially Judge Dredd, but also Luke Cage, and also in the future.
Okay.
I'm in.
It's amazing.
That sounds awesome.
It's amazing. This is #1 of 2, one of the shorter series of Secret Wars. And also, entirely not related to Secret Wars, in fact, so unrelated that it was supposed to come out like 2 years ago. Can we get a drum roll here? Finally!
Dun, dun, dun.
Hawkeye #22, the most anticipated comic of 2013, 14, and probably 15.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fraction knows how to milk it.
It really does. Fraction, Aja Hollingsworth. It's like double-sized. Just, you can finally rest easy now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Clint's gonna survive. He might not. I don't know.
What about Pizza Dog?
Pizza Dog, though.
That's why you want to tune in.
That's what you want.
Fraction's gonna kill the dog.
It's true.
Fraction's definitely gonna kill the dog.
And now under regular comics. What you got, Mr. Will?
There's a little movie you may have heard about a hero called Ant-Man. Paul Rudd is playing Ant-Man, and Michael Douglas is playing Hank Pym. But this is the Ant-Man annual. This kind of is the spin-off of Nick Spencer's hilarious new fun series starring Scott Lang, with all bunch of cool, crazy other villains involved. It's a lot of fun, and it's just another little extra to get you excited and ready for the big Ant-Man movie this weekend.
Is it this weekend already?
Yep. It's
It
coming out
is.
on my birthday.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Yes.
We'll get you a helmet that lets you talk to grasshoppers.
I thought you were gonna say helmet that lets me drink beer, but that's cool too.
That works too. There's so many good things this week. I don't even know what to start with. We'll start
Pick
with
one.
we'll start with a heavy hitter.
Oh boy.
Godzilla in hell. That's right. Everybody fan yourself. It's okay.
Oh, man.
I know it's hot in here. James Stokoe, the most insane Godzilla fan on the planet, like genuinely, returns to Godzilla to bring you, yes, obviously, Godzilla in Hell.
He should go to hell.
5-issue series, each issue done by different artist and writer. Stokoe writes, draws, colors because he's gangster. You know, it's Stokoe. I'm not even really going to say anything. Look at all these little people. You know how long it took him to draw this cover alone? And there's a whole comic. Like, oh my god. I'm going to let somebody
This
else
series
talk.
probably would have been out like 2 years ago
Yeah.
if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, this is the reason why there's no Orc Stain. I understand. We want Orc Stain. I get you. But Godzilla in Hell? Yeah? Yeah.
And I know we promised no more Secret Wars books, but I have another Secret Wars book here. Kind of. This is part of the Last Days line, you know, chronicling the last days of the Marvel Universe before Secret Wars, or in this case, kind of simultaneous to it. Silver Surfer, number 13, by Dan Slott and Mike Allred. Silver Surfer and his companion Dawn have kind of been outside of the universe for the last few issues.
Like, literally?
Yeah. So, you know, when the universe gets destroyed, they come back and it's kind of a mess. So somebody's gonna have to put it all back together, which, of course, falls on them. Because, I mean, you know, power cosmic, there's some responsibility that comes along with that.
I mean, he's a pure guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Cosmic power, cosmic
Exactly.
responsibility.
There you go.
What can I say? But this is one of the Brendan Fletcher and Annie Wu are a marriage made in mayhem heaven. This is awesome. I love the first Black Canary issue. It's just cool when somebody just takes a character and just kind of, the fishnets are ripped. It's kind of a cool raw rock and roll attitude.
She's in a band.
She's in a band called actually Black Canary. They're on the road. She's kicking ass. There's this ongoing mystery. What's cool about this one is there's this cool thing. It's kind of a poster for Black Canary, which I can totally see Black Canary playing at some club here in Seattle, and then she starts a big giant fist fight. But this tells you a little bit about each member of the band, which are pretty cool themselves. And of course, it's Annie Wu, it's cool art, and it's just fun by one of the co-writers of Batgirl. So Black Canary, just come be cool. I even feel hip reading this book. So there you go.
Yeah, I really dug that they had like that little pull-out thing. I thought that was a cool way because the poster was like the promo poster they used, I guess.
Coming soon to a dirty, filthy nightclub near you.
That's right.
Come for the
If there's any left in Seattle.
Come for the rock and roll, and then you probably will see Black Canary kick some ass.
And I'm gonna lie too, because there's more Secret Wars stuff here, but we have good reason.
I don't have any more Secret Wars stuff.
Yeah, no, he's done. We're kind of, you know, bait and switching you. Yeah. Secret Wars Battle World number 3. This features the Marvel debut of the Russ Manning Award-winning artist, Aaron Conley, the amazing, amazing half behind Sabretooth Swordsman with local creator Damon Gentry. And it's all Wolverine all the time. That's right. Aaron Conley is just absolutely one of the best and most like cartoonish and fun and just kind of crazy artists out there. He's definitely like akin to a Stokoe. Maybe not quite as hyper detailed, but really, really energetic and fun. And you've also got a one-pager by Paul Pope, and from the Oh Killstrike artist Logan Faber does a fistful of chungas. And so yeah, this looks really, really fun. Great debut from Aaron Conley here. Very, very excited. And one page of Paul Pope is always worth the price of admission.
Alright, and I'm going to jump over to Valiant here, who has a new graphic novel out today. This is Divinity, collecting the 4-issue miniseries from Matt Kint and Trevor Hairsine, about a Russian cosmonaut who was sent deeper into space during the Cold War than anyone had ever gone before, and finally returns, crash landing in the Australian outback with weird godlike powers. Yeah, and this received quite a bit of acclaim. Like, while Valiant was really like they were coasting off of the Valiant, you know, everyone was like, oh, they're doing big things now. Yeah. And this came out 4 issues, like real concise, real nice, like high concept, and they packaged all of it for $10. One book with like 20 pages of extras in the back. Yeah. Like, Valiant's really, really making some big moves these days.
I want to keep the Valiant love going because we have Book of Death number 1 this week. This is their big summer event. This is basically how did the Valiant Heroes universe die? Ninjak. It's got to do with all the Book of the Geomancers. it's Eternal Warrior, it's all those great Valiants in a big epic, and it's going to tie into other kind of books. This like everyone else is like the Fall of Harbinger, the Fall of Bloodshot, the Fall of Ninjak, the Fall of X-Men Man of War, and it's all leading up to some really cool stuff. Beautiful art, Robert Venditti, Robert Gill and Doug Braithwaite. Beautiful work, once again, like he said. Valiant's just really doing some beautiful work out there and taking some chances.
Yeah, and the nice thing is all those tie-ins are all just going to be one shot. It's not like a mini-series, it's not like 10 mini-series you got to follow on the side. Just nice and concise.
And the first issue of Book of Dead, it's only $4. It's got a nice glossy cover. There's like 6 different covers. But Valiant really gives you your money's worth. And
look at this reaction to this shot. And this says it all. Sorry.
Sheesh. That look like a lot of dead people.
Look at that.
Oh my god.
That's worth buying this book right there just to see that.
Valiant.
Go ahead.
No worries. Speaking of another thing that is very much worth the value, the highly anticipated Island Anthology. Brought to you by Mr. Brandon Graham and Ms. Emma Rios, comic superstars in their own right, showcasing themselves and other talent, because Brandon basically knows all these amazing people that make comics that kind of do it over there, and he's trying to pull them all together so that you, the reader, can discover the awesomeness that is Brandon's vast amount of comic book contacts. This issue features Emma Rios, Kelly Sue DeConnick, Brandon, of course, doing multiple warheads, and Ludrow. Ludrow, friggin' amazing. Guy did a short backup in one of the King City issues that was really one of the cooler ones about this kind of like hacker cat master. Oh my god, I'm so excited I'm dying here. And this entire book in the back here, Dagger-Proof Mummy by Ludrow, was done in donut shops because obviously donut shops provide way more ability to be creative and stuff, because when you're that all cracked out on sugar and you're just eating donuts constantly, you don't really mind what you're drawing. But this is $8. Huge amount of pages. I don't even know, but you thought you maybe only get a couple of pages of Brandon or a couple of pages of Emma. No. Full comics almost in here. This my day is pretty much complete with this comic, and if you don't buy it, we will all stare at you strangely.
Yeah, I might even stop buying monthly comics and just read that all the time.
Right? This is just amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Buy it.
Although, one monthly comic that I definitely won't be dropping from DC over here is Robin, Son of Batman, drawn and written by Pat Gleason, the artist behind the most recent volume of Batman and Robin with Pete Tomasi, the artist behind the awesome Aquaman Sub Diego, the artist behind the best run of Green Lantern Corps, like, ever.
Yeah.
Easily the best part of all of Blackest Night.
Yeah.
And he's taking the reins of Batman's son, Damian, as he attempts to repent for the Year of Blood, this mysterious year-long training ritual that Ra's al Ghul put him through while he was still a young boy. And also he has a giant bat. Monster man thing. You're not supposed to call it a man bat. He doesn't like that.
Oh, really?
But he's huge.
It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, this is just like all I could really want from this book, honestly. He's hanging out in the mountains, having huge adventures, punching things in the face, and he's got a sword.
And everybody's neck is huge.
Although, don't you miss Titus the Bat Dog? I miss Titus.
Yeah, he was
that,
a good dog.
I want that to be your big reunion. Well, if you're like me, you were probably weeping when you saw the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice trailer at San Diego Comic Con over the weekend, which, you can now see shameless plug on comicsblend.com and all the other stuff from news from there. But anyway, if you want to get some more Justice League fix, Darkseid War, it is on. It is Darkseid versus the Anti-Monitor, and the Justice League is caught in the middle. Mr. Miracle is back. He's all in all the new guides. Frickin' Lex Luthor and Superman, they're off on Apocalypse. And then there's a big twist at the end of this that's going to lead to this whole kind of Darkseid War spin-off called Gods and Men. It's really freaky. It's just going to be really cool. We'll wait till the last page, and you're gonna have one of those OMG. I can't even talk OMJ moments. Oh my Justice
He's so
League
excited
moments.
he can't even
I'm
get it
so
out.
into it right now. Please, somebody start talking.
And for my final pick of the week, and obviously throwing a lot of hype and recommendations behind other things, but this book truly is one of my favorite things ever to be printed on paper. Philippe Druillet, The 6 Voyages of Lone Sloan. This man is absolutely one of the most amazing and innovative and fucking insane creators to come out of the European comic scene. Founded Humanoids with Mobius, contemporaries with that whole crew, Bilal, stuff like that. And this follows the space adventurer named Lone Sloan, who, with his grand giant ship O Siddhartha, travels the giant cosmic waves of things, getting lost in Lovecraftian adventures. And this is like, you know, if Kirby was extremely well respected and people actually understood what the Fourth World was about, that would kind of be like this. If you're into J.H. Williams at all, if you're into like really crazy design, I mean, this is... They let this man design churches. They let this man design actual buildings because he's a friggin' genius. Alright? $17. This contains the first complete 6 adventures of Lone Sloan. If you do not have a transcendent experience while reading this, you either got bad stuff or it's just, you're not on the level. Alright? I'm sorry. But truly, 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 you must buy this. There will be 2 more coming that'll complete the whole saga. And Morgan should probably start talking, or I'm just going to keep talking.
No, go on.
This is maybe the most passionate episode.
This really has to be. I mean, this is just like, I can't tell you. I was changed after this. It's like Mad Max. Life before Mad Max, life after Mad Max. Before Druillet, after Druillet.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping it would go on forever so I wouldn't actually have to read the book, because honestly, looking at that page, like any page, it just hurts my brain. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to switch gears here into something equally beautiful, but a little bit more compact.
Yeah, just a little bit. A little bit more travel
graphic
size.
novel released by First Second Press by artists Asaf and Tomer Hanuka of The Realist, and written by Boaz Lavi, a writer, filmmaker, general creative from Tel Aviv. This is The Divine. It's about a retired soldier who gets a contract to go fight a civil war in a small, obscure Asian country, and ends up in the employ of these 2 young twins who, and I'm talking like young, like 10 years old, running around with assault rifles and golden grenades and crap, who may or may not have in their employ a trio of gigantic, like, demigods. Like, I'm talking huge, like, sweet Indian-style, like, dragon-faced, like, destruction machines.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Beautifully illustrated. Like, these guys are just great. And it's all in one volume, and it's beautiful. It's a little tiny, but beautiful.
And that's about it. I know we kind of rambled a little bit this week. It's a little bit long, but let the passion keep you going. That's right. The passion of comic books. Because, you know, why else are we here?
Yeah, really.
See you guys.